Nestled among the mountains of Alderaan, the noble estate stronghold features an isolated snowy castle perched among hidden lakes and some of Alderaan's highest peaks. Apart from the opulent luxury of owning an aristocratic palace, the stronghold's unique rooms include an ornate stained glass window, a throne room, a waterfall, a beautiful balcony, a training area in Alderaanian ruins, an optional unlockable Killit Cave, and even a few secrets and achievements to discover. The initial unlock, which includes the outdoor grounds and the main section of the castle, costs 4 million credits, and unlocking the entire stronghold will cost about 18 million credits in total. This is the initial unlock area, the outdoor grounds. It's a huge open space and it even has 4 different hooks for starships. If you don't want to put 4 starships there, you can always of course change them to the different layouts, not a problem. You can see there's a river, there's a lot of place to explore. Not everywhere has hooks, but there is enough hooks to keep you busy for quite a while. Here's a little nice area up here. And there's also a really beautiful little waterfall area. My first instinct was to obviously walk right through it and see if there's anything behind it, and luckily the developers thought very similarly. There is a secret hidden waterfall room, and this area is actually part of a hidden secret that you may be able to discover while exploring and unlocking your stronghold. And there is some hooks inside, not a ton, but just enough that you can hide a few of your most secret treasures or create a tiny grotto hideaway for your characters. This little lake actually has a bunch of fish swimming around in it. You can't see it very well unless you're very close up. And this is all part of that initial 4 million credit unlock. It's a huge, huge area. There's also another area you'll see up to the right, and we'll cover that at the end of the video. It's a bit of a surprise about what's hiding up there. This is the actual castle itself. There isn't a lot of information when you first unlock the stronghold about who this palace belongs to. You can really decide your own story for this one, but you may be able to discover a little more about its history while exploring some of its secrets. As you come up the walkway, you'll notice there are a lot of hooks here in this area, so if you want to absolutely deck out the front entrance to your stronghold, you will absolutely be able to. So you'll also notice some of the snowy features of the stronghold are really nice. There's icicles, there's snow falling from the sky, and in general, you'll have a beautiful vista of snowy mountains pretty much anywhere you go in the stronghold, and there are multiple sections, not just the castle itself. So let's head inside now. But before we do, like I said, there is a ton of hooks in this area. If you want to put a lot of companions, or you want to put personnel, or maybe you just want to fill the entire entrance area with crystals, you should be fine to do that. You can also replay the cutscene to the introduction to the stronghold, as well as set this as your load-in point for the stronghold. Whenever you load in, you can load in right in front of the castle, as opposed to out on the grounds where you normally start off. So let's go check out the main room of the castle. This is so beautiful. This is such a wonderful addition to the stronghold and very unique. We don't have anything quite like it in the game. This stained glass window was very likely inspired by some other Star Wars media, probably from Rebels, I would guess, as another stained glass window in a kind of similar style was also featured on that TV series. And so it shows off just the beauty of Alderaan, and my favorite part is how it's reflected down onto the ground of this room. So I thought this was the throne room, but this is the actual throne room. It costs 2 million credits, or 900 cartel coins. And it's a neat little area off on its own, so you can have a more private, restricted throne room. If you want, you can always just throw a throne in that main room if that's what you prefer to. This is just the dedicated room for it. But this room I think could work well for a lot of things. So this throne room has a lot of area for banners on the sides of the hallways here if you want to show off your favorite sigil. And it comes with this kind of dais area where you can walk up onto it. It's got some nice scenery, and I really like the scene in the background. Sadly, you cannot go out in that area as far as I can tell, but when decorating this room, a cool little addition, they decide you could choose your own throne. So when you unlock this stronghold, you're actually given This is the initial Alderaan throne that you can earn through crafting, and this noble throne facade, they actually give you when you unlock the strongholds. You get it for free, so if that's what you want to use instead, you can totally use that. Or you can use a Dread Palace throne, or you can use maybe sit on this guy's lap, or this awesome throne of the Sith Emperor, and there is a lot of other different thrones available in the game too. You could always use one of the speeders as well if that's what you wanted to do too for looks. And beside the throne room, there's another room. This other room is called the Balcony Overlook. It also costs 900,000 credits or 600 cartel coins. And it is only accessible through that throne room hallway. Once again, lots of places for decos in the hallway itself, just not on the stairs. This is a really, really nice balcony. I really like this room. I was so excited that you could get a better view of that hidden lake and waterfall kind of area that you could see outside the throne room. You can see it on the left here. That's the throne room. And there's a really nice view. So this would make a really beautiful kind of resting place for your character. Put some nice chairs and stuff out here if you wanted. It could be a really good high altitude place for like a Jedi meeting, kind of like in the Jedi Consular story. There's something similar atop a mountain. So let's go take a look at those other rooms that are part of the main castle. Tons of place for banners. Really love this area. Definitely gonna hang some stuff up in here. And if you're wondering, there's so many hooks in this main room. I did not show this the first time we came in because I wanted to show off that stained glass window. Like, look at all the ceiling hooks for lights, and they look rounded, even nicer. And just a million hooks. So you can put so much stuff in this room. So there's a bunch of tiny rooms. This one is the drawing room, costs 900,000 credits or 600 cartel coins. So it's just a very simple side room. It's called the drawing room. You can put whatever you want in there though. These three rooms are going to be exactly the same. This one's called the guest chambers. Same price, 900,000 credits. Same kind of shape. Just need to decide what you want to put in there. It doesn't have to be a guest chamber if you don't want it to be. Tons of hooks in there too. And the last one, this is the study, 900,000 credits. Same thing, same shape. I think this one might be slightly different shape, but you can decide whatever you want to put in there. So here's the next area. This is called the Mountain Retreat. It costs 2.5 million credits, so 2.5 mil, or 1,200 cartel coins. And this is a really large area. And you'll see as we go out here, there's a tiny elevator room, much like some of the other strongholds have a entry room for the elevator, and then we'll head upstairs. This is such a cool area. So for those of you who have been asking for a mountain chalet, your mountain retreat, but you didn't want a whole castle, this is for you. You still have to buy that initial unlock so you can get upstairs to this area, but this is the area that you're going to want to use if you feel that you didn't want the whole castle. You can still have a beautiful Alderaan retreat. So first off, hidden up here is a nice little training area that comes for free with that specific unlock, and it's kind of nice. It has operations training dummy and then 2 normal dummies beside it, so you can kind of pretend that you have ads beside the boss while you're training. And it also has the healing dummy in the back. These don't need to be activated, they're just kind of sitting there hidden. There's lots of hooks out here too, and I'll show those in a second. There isn't as many on the side here, but you'll still be able to put plenty of random stuff hiding around outside here. The main focus of this area is actually the indoor rooms that we'll go to next. And tons of centerpiece hooks right here if you want to put down some of your bigger, cooler decorations. And speaking of decorations, I'm going to be doing a separate video showcasing some Alderaan specific decorations for you guys. So if you choose this area to be your main area, you can actually set it to be the point that you load into. So you can kind of skip the castle entirely and load in just in this nice little chalet area. So let's go check out the 2 rooms that are the last 2 unlocks in this area. There's going to be the Northern Lodging. It costs 2 million credits or 900 cartel coins. So inside it's just kind of a little maze of hallways until you get to the actual room. So one interesting thing is that these 2 hallways are actually connected, these 2 lodgings. You can choose to unlock just one or the other, and they both cost 2 million or 900 cartel coins, and you can get to them from the other rooms, like they're kind of interconnected buildings. So let's check out the first building's main actual room. It's a very, very beautiful view, I think. Very nice room. Really love the window. There's icicles hanging from the ceiling, snow falling from the sky. Just a really, really pretty room, to be honest. I would have no qualms about just unlocking this area and not worrying about the rest of the stronghold if you're looking for something a little smaller. It's not quite the apartment people have been asking for, but it is a really good alternative for a small, manageable kind of stronghold, I think. So let's go take a look at that other room. Tiny little window on the left there, which I thought was very cute. And here's the other one. As I said, same price before. They're both the same price. It has, the western one has a weird little entry room, which is nice. Has lots of hooks. And a nice little window with icicles again. And this is the second room. It's very similar, but it has a much more secluded view, which I thought was kind of cool. It doesn't have the wide, expansive view, and this one might be better for those of you who still want the beauty of Alderaan outside, but want a little privacy. No one's likely going to be walking around outside there, and you might feel a little less agoraphobic in here. Now that we've taken a look at the main castle, let's look at the last area available in the Alderaan Noble Estate Stronghold. This is kind of a hidden, secret, fun little area, so if you don't want any spoilers and you want to unlock this area on your own, you might want to exit this video now. So this is very close to where you load in, up a few little stone steps that you can get to, and this unlock is something they've been teasing before it came out. It's very fun, very neat little unlock. So as you can see, there's some detonation devices nearby, and if I can't see them from here, this one costs 1.5 million credits, and it's the Killit grounds. And as soon as you decide to expand it, kablam! You've got a beautiful Killit cave showing up right here. So let's go check out the cave itself. The cave itself has some very neat little features available. And one thing I really liked and was worried about is that I didn't want my Killik hives to ruin the view of my beautiful castle. And as far as I can tell, they're quite a bit to the side. For the most part, you can't see them when entering the main castle. They're kind of hidden, I guess you could say. There's not a bunch of Killiks roaming around your beautiful estate. So the Killik hives themselves are actually quite nice, and you'll notice as we're walking inside there aren't any actual Killiks. Don't worry, we can take care of that later. There is a lot of hooks available while you're looking around. It's got this beautiful kind of purple luminescent glow that's going on from both the Killik eggs as well as from some type of fireflies or phosphorescent objects floating in the air. It's not a huge cave compared to, say, some of the caves that are available on Alderaan for quest lines, but there is quite a bit of space if you want to decorate or explore, or a really cool area for role-playing. I think it would be in the caves. And at the back of the caves there is something kind of interesting. It looks like you can't go any further. As far as I can tell, you reached a true dead end, and it says there is a hidden item here that you can see once you've unlocked the cave. Note, as far as I can tell, you can only activate this item if it's your own stronghold. You cannot do it as a guest in someone else's stronghold. So you can use this item to scan for things in this stronghold. It's similar to the macro binoculars for those of you who have unlocked those, but you do not need any special type of quest leading up to this. You just need to find and click the secret item. If you want to add Killiks to your cave, there is a very cool stalagmite that only lights up when you hover your mouse, and you can choose lightly dispensed or heavily dispensed. This stalagmite is at the very front of the Killit cave once you've unlocked it. If you choose lightly, you'll notice there's a few Killiks wandering around your cave that show up. And they're just kind of scattered around. They're not quite decorations. They are selectable NPCs as far as I can tell. And it's very cool. You can actually turn this feature on and off. So we'll go back soon and we'll take a look at what it looks like if you've decided to heavily dispense your Killiks. At the time of release, the Killiks kind of turn themselves on and off as you leave and re-enter your stronghold sometimes. So hopefully that'll be something fixed soon. Or you may have to turn them on and off all the time, unsure. So heavily dispensed is Killiks galore. Just Killiks everywhere. Killik, 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 Killik. There is plenty of Killiks for those of you who want a true Killik hive. Maybe you have your companion Vector and feel he really needs some hometown company nearby on your new Alderaan Stronghold. And of course, you can just turn them off if you would like your Killik hives to be bug-free. In addition to the secret achievement quest that we found hidden deep in the Killit Caves, there's an additional secret Killit quest. This involves going to the actual planet of Alderaan instead of the Stronghold, and its achievements can be found in the Stronghold section. You'll go to Alderaan and find some special Killit Materials that will allow you to craft your own Killit mounds outside of the Killit hives. And that covers the entire Alderaan Stronghold, available now in Star Wars The Old Republic. As I mentioned at the beginning, the initial unlock for the Stronghold costs 4 million credits, but if you're looking for something a lot smaller, the Coruscant and Dromikos Strongholds only cost 5,000 credits to start off. And unlocking those in their entirety costs a lot less than Alderaan's 18 million price tag. If you want to show your support for this video, or to have similar Star Wars The Old Republic videos show up in your YouTube homepage, subscribe to this channel.